This video's purpose is to provide customers and dealers with a general overview of the steps that a technician performs when installing a TracPhone V7. It is not intended for use as a how-to video. All TracPhone products must be installed by a KVH authorized technician following the detailed steps in the installation guide. When you purchase the TracPhone V7, it comes with everything you'll need to do the installation. The main components include the gyro-stabilized antenna, which is inside the radome, and below-decks equipment including control unit, modem, multimedia terminal adapter or MTA for short, Ethernet switch, remote service and support module, and associated cables and mounting hardware. The first step is to choose the mounting location for the antenna. It requires a clear view of the sky all around the horizon. The mounting surface must be wide enough to accommodate the antenna's base, and it must be flat, level, and strong enough to support the 55-pound antenna. Do not mount the antenna at the same level as the radar, and preferably above it outside the beam path of the radar. Once you've selected the mounting location, unfold the supplied mounting template and secure it to the mounting surface. Make sure the forward arrow points towards the bow and is parallel to the vessel centerline. Using a light hammer and center punch, mark the location for the mounting holes and cable access hole, then drill the holes according to the installation guide that comes with the kit. Then peel the paper backing from the foam seal and press it down firmly with its center around the cable access hole. Now you're ready to remove the 6 screws that secure the radome to the base plate and the foam shipping restraint that is wedged under the antenna reflector. Be careful handling the antenna after this point since it rotates freely. Once the power data and RF cables have been run, you'll need to terminate the RF cable ends with the proper connectors. There are detailed instructions on how to do this in the manual. Be sure to use the correct tools specified in the installation guide and follow the manufacturer's instructions. Improperly terminated cables are a common cause of system problems. The integrity and reliability of these RF connections are critically important, so pay close attention to the detailed instructions provided in the installation guide. Then be sure to label each cable to match the antenna connectors. Next, connect the power data cable to the bottom of the antenna and hand tighten until the connector locks in place. Then, hand tighten each RF cable and tighten to 15 inch-pounds using a 7/16 torque wrench. Seal the connections with silicone sealant or equivalent. Now, it's time to secure the antenna to the mounting surface. Start by placing the antenna over the holes drilled in the mount and make sure the arrow inside the base plate points to the bow. Apply a thin layer of the supplied anti-seize lubricant to the 4 bolt threads to prevent galling. Then add the washers and secure each mounting bolt as per the instructions in the guide. Finish the job by reinstalling the radome over the antenna and securing with the 6 screws you removed earlier. Now, let's take a look at the equipment installation below decks. Choose a mounting location in a dry, well-ventilated area away from heat sources and salt spray. Begin by attaching the strain relief bracket to the retaining straps that join the modem to the control unit. Next, connect the antenna power data cable to the supplied terminal strip connector, and once it's wired, plug it into the back of the control unit. Then connect the transmit and receive coax cables to the jacks on the back of the modem. Plug in the 2 cables that connect the control unit to the modem. Then, connect the external cell antenna to the remote service and support module. Next, connect the maintenance port on the control unit to the remote service and support module. Then connect the phone to the MTA. To connect the modem to the switch, use the supplied straight-through Ethernet cable. And to create a wired or wireless Ethernet network, simply connect the computer or wireless router to the switch. Then connect a second straight-through Ethernet cable from the switch to the wide area network jack, which is labeled WAN, on the MTA. The next step is to make sure that single-phase AC power is available. You can check this right on your electrical panel. To power up the unit, first connect the control unit and modem to the supplied AC power strip using the supplied adapter cables, and then plug the strip into the vessel's AC power supply. Then strain relieve all wires at the back of the control unit and modem by securing them to the bracket using tie wraps. And finish by mounting the equipment in the onboard rack. Now turn on the system and wait a few minutes for startup. Then verify the system can access the internet by opening up the test page in your web browser. Once you have installed and tested the equipment, fill out the installation checklist and submit it to KVH. Also, make sure the owner submits the necessary activation forms for Mini VSAT broadband service. So that's it. The installation is now complete of KVH's VSAT antenna.